I know, isn't that amazing? It is the last Tuesday before Christmas, and it is the penultimate Tuesday of 2017. I love using penultimate. So, yeah, I mean, 6 days until Christmas if you look at the newspaper, and we are live on social media tonight, just letting our people know out there as we cruise into the holiday season, what we do here and things like that. And Marilyn brought cookies, which obviously signifies holiday Christmas and everything like that. Are they Christmas cookies? I haven't really looked at them. But it's really her signature things, huh? Rice Krispie treats with the icing on them. No, there's chocolate chip cookies. There's some sugar cookies in there. You know, I might have to hit that a couple times in the next 2 hours here. Are you ready for the holiday, Mike? Okay. I was out today. You know, I thought I was done, and then, you know, when you get done early, then you start second guessing yourself. You know, so then I was second guessing myself, and you know, and I think I'm done, but there is that possibility I might go and tweak it out again tomorrow. You know, I shouldn't do tweak and not twerk. Yeah, but you know, I don't know. I mean, I probably have been known to twerk a time or two in my life. Yeah, so. But yeah, it is hard to believe. I mean, most everything's wrapped, and we're going to cruise into the holiday season. Holiday 2017. Can you believe it? It's certainly been an interesting year. There's no doubt about that. So, yeah, I mean, you know, whether you're here or, I mean, in the pop world, you know, in the news world, I mean, it's just been an amazing 2017. It is today, Tuesday. It is December 19th, year 2017, and we are reading from the Tribune Chronicle and the Youngstown Vindicator. We're leading off from the Tribune Chronicle and from Warren. The post office is packed. The United States Post Office expects to deliver about 200 million pieces of mail this week, and I was at the post office in Boardman today. I didn't actually have to go into the post office, but I dropped some things off into the mailbox. The line was backed all the way around. I mean, it was completely full with people, so it was definitely a busy day. But from Warren, area residents braved the long lines at downtown post offices Monday afternoon to send greetings to loved ones across the country and around the globe. Jennifer Myers, she's 53 of Warren, was mailing Christmas stocking stuffers to her son, a U.S. Navy SEAL, recently deployed to Bahrain in the Middle East. I'm not sure how long it will take to get there. I'm sure it's going to be late, she said. Myers said the overseas address system is difficult, and noting the 12-hour time difference, she explained she'll be able to communicate with her son on the holiday, but only by text. She says she's hoping the package reminds him of home. Myers joined customers who filed into the Warren Post Office throughout the day that marked the start of what the U.S. Postal Service deems its busiest mailing and shipping week of the year, Thanksgiving through Christmas. The U.S. Postal Service expects to handle about 15 billion pieces of mail, including 850 million parcels, an increase of more than 10% from last year, officials said. David Van Allen, he's regional spokesman for the U.S. Post Office, said that about 200 million pieces of mail will be delivered this week, resulting in longer working hours for employees who could be facing several 12-hour shifts. That's why you see deliveries made earlier in the morning and later in the evening. We're stretching our network to make sure all our deliveries are on time. Patricia Boyle, 70 years old and of Warren, is hoping to get several packages to her daughter and family in Florida and enlisted the help of a friend, Martin Keenan, also of Warren. Keenan, who's 57, smiled as he continued to pile the packages on the counter as customers slid out of his way. One of those customers, Stephanie McGee, who is 49, was returning a present for herself. It was a box of shoes that she bought and was returning. Yeah, if I was returning something, I probably would just wait and deal with it next week. But
I don't think if you're waiting for a particular parcel or letter or envelope or especially something with a check in it, I don't think you should depend on a quick delivery. It's just this is that time of year where things just take they take forever.
I had something delivered on Sunday, U.S. Post Office, and it wasn't a Sunday delivery. It was just a package that, you know, was regular ground post, but they knocked on my door Sunday afternoon.
I'm seeing Postal Service trucks in the neighborhood on Sunday. Is that just because it's Christmas, or is that because it's...
I do think they do offer some Sunday delivery. You pay a premium for it.
Really?
But I think at this time of year, And I think that the thing I ordered actually went to FedEx, was shipped mostly through FedEx, and then delivered U.S. Postal Service. Because my tracking thing was saying FedEx all along, and then the U.S. mail guy dropped it off on Sunday. So,
Curious.
Judy Wessel was mailing a pecan tassel cookies to her friend and former war resident who moved to Columbus a few years ago. Donna Livingston of Champion said she often ships from another branch but was looking for the right size box for a special present for her 3-year-old granddaughter in Mesa, Arizona. Ted Economist of Warren was mailing a package to his wife Marie and mailed some 40 cards to friends across the country. Van Allen said the deadline to guarantee Christmas delivery of standard cards and letters is today. Priority mail letters or packages have a Wednesday deadline, and the deadline for Priority Mail Express or letters or packages is Friday. So, yeah. I mean, are you done? Like, have you got your stuff all in it, all your ducks in a row?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you haven't?
No.
Like, do you online? So, like, have you ordered it and just waiting for it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just kind of like waiting for it, and I've told the kids, why don't you tell me what you want, and you order it, and here's my credit card, and
wow, you made it super simple.
there you go. So what do you think?
And did most of them do that?
I listen. When you offer anybody
Your credit card,
yeah,
you take it. Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about the Panthers being pursued by Youngstown resident, former Youngstown resident Ed DeBartolo?
Is he allowed to get the Panthers?
Yeah, I have no idea. I have no idea. Right here on the front of the Vindicator, Youngstown native Ed DeBartolo Jr. Has interest in buying the Carolina Panthers. So says Jim Trotter of ESPN News. DeBartolo, who was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame as a contributor in 2016, is exploring the possibility of putting a group together, according to the NBC website ProFootballTalk.com. Now you know who his competition is.
Who's his competition?
Combs, Diddy.
Oh, P. Diddy.
P. Diddy. Really?
Yeah, P. Diddy.
It's a person.
Yeah.
And he is going to put Colin Kaepernick in as quarterback as soon as he buys it.
Did he say that really?
That's what he wants to do.
So Sean P. Diddy Puffy Combs wants the Carolina. Now, because this guy is it, and this guy's
Apparently he has the money to do it.
I'm sure he probably does.
Well, now we're talking serious dollars.
No, I know. Any NFL, even the Browns are worth what, like some incredible amount of money.
Even the Browns, yeah, they are. They're worth a ton. DeBartolo owned the 49ers from 77 to 2000. Before turning over control of the franchise to his sister, Denise York, the 49ers won 5 Super Bowls under the DeBartolo ownership. A message left with DeBartolo's representatives Monday wasn't returned. I'm going to respect Jerry Richardson's wish to not discuss the sale of the Carolina Panthers until after the season is over, DeBartolo said in a statement released to Rick Stroud of the Tampa Bay Times. So, what do you think?
Wow.
Now,
Mr. DeBartolo doesn't live here in town anymore, right?
No, I think he used to have a house here, but I don't think he has it anymore. Lives in Florida. Well, you know.
And I guess he obviously feels that he has some ability. I mean, if he knew he could not get, if the NFL said don't ever come back, you're not well, and he knew that, and we're never going to let you have it, then he wouldn't even bother.
I don't think, that must not be the case.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of people think it might have been, but apparently that is not exactly.
Sometimes you think that, but it's like technically no, I can do that. And I don't know how it works. So, but would you want him to have the Panthers? Like, do you think that's good? Like, or do you not care?
No, I wish him all the luck in the world, but
what does he do? Like, he just he doesn't really have any active businesses.
Oh, I'm sure he does.
Okay.
I don't know that he goes to an office every day at 8 o'clock in the morning. But is there another...
And he doesn't have any active sports teams, though, right?
Is there another family that owns 2 franchises? 2 NFL franchises?
I don't think so. I mean...
I don't know if somebody will bring up some reason why that might get in the way, as though there's too much power in the NFL. But
by one family, yeah. I don't know.
I mean, really. I mean, who was more powerful in Major League Baseball than the Steinbrenners in New York?
Yeah.
I mean, they owned the most lucrative baseball franchise. They won all the time. They had all the payroll.
Yeah. And he made his money here in Cleveland, I heard.
Who?
This Mr. Steinbrenner.
He's from Cleveland.
Yeah, I didn't know. I learned that this weekend.
Yep.
So.
Yep. He supposedly had a soft spot in his heart for what was going on here.
Oh, nice.
In this neck of the woods.
Yeah, I guess his family was shipping or something like that, right? I think that's what I heard.
You think?
That's what I heard.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't know that till this weekend.
Yeah.
So I didn't know he was from around here. I didn't know there was any local connection. So
yeah, he is originally from Cleveland.
Nice. From Hubbard Township.
Wasn't John D. Rockefeller from Cleveland also?
I believe so. Yeah. I believe so. I think Standard Oil or Standard whatever that was. Didn't they one time have their headquarters in Cleveland?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well,
I mean, when you think of Rockefeller, you think of New York today. You know. But and then what? The one Nelson Rockefeller actually became governor of
New York.
But wasn't it West Virginia?
No. You're thinking of
one of the Rockefellers was
governor. Yeah, I mean, I thought that was the greatest carpetbag move ever. I mean, he moved from New York to West Virginia.
Yeah.
And he
won.
Took up residence there, and he became a resident of West Virginia.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Does it count when you fly over West Virginia? Can you be a resident?
I think if you buy property and you get your mail there, I think you can be.
I guess you can.
I guess you don't have to be there very often, but if you declare that...
He lived there.
Yeah.
He lived there. And who was that? What Rockefeller was that?
I thought it was Nelson.
No. Nelson was the only
ones I know are John and Nelson. Because John D. Rockefeller and Nelson Rockefeller.
Nelson was.
And I just can't remember. But that was in the 70s, right?
Well, he was vice president under Nelson Rockefeller was vice president under Ford.
Yeah, but when he was governor, wasn't that also wasn't that around the same time?
Same time.
Yeah.
In or around that particular.
Yeah, I remember. I was a kid, but I remember that. From Hubbard Township, a man suspected of being involved in a high-speed police chase that started Sunday morning in Hermitage resulted in a multi-vehicle crash just short of the Ohio line in Mercer, PA, was arrested in a bus in Hubbard Township, according to the Ohio State Highway Patrol. Multiple charges are expected to be filed against Gabrielle Queener of Youngstown, once extradited back to Pennsylvania, according to a report issued by Hermitage Police Chief Eric Jewell. Potential charges included felony fleeing, eluding police, felony accidents involving personal injury while not having a driver's license, driving under the influence, accidents involving damage to a vehicle or property, some reckless driving, endangering another person, driving on a suspended license. The chase began around 7:45 a.m. after Hermitage police witnessed what they described as drug activity involving a Ford Taurus, which Queener is reported to have been driving, in the area of the 3000 block of South Hermitage Road, the report states. When an officer attempted to stop the vehicle, the driver fled. The chase went through southern Hermitage into Wheatland, Shenango Township, and then into Mercer West Middlesex Road, with Shenango police joining the pursuit, according to the report. And I gotta flip the page to read the story. The driver lost control of the Ford Taurus on State Route 318, striking an oncoming vehicle several hundred yards short of the Ohio line, according to the report. A passenger in the Taurus was taken to local hospital. He was treated for non-life-threatening injuries. A search around Pennsylvania and Ohio border near the crash conducted by Shenango Township, Hermitage, Farrell, Hubbard Township, and Hubbard City Police Departments, as well as members of the Mercer County Sheriff's Department and the Ohio State Patrol. A crash investigation was conducted by Pennsylvania State Police. The Ohio State Patrol and others discovered Queener about 2:20 a.m. Monday hiding in a bus. He was being transported to the St. Elizabeth Youngstown Hospital to be treated for injuries to his face. Queener, according to the police report, said he fled from police because he did not have a driver's license. Also, he thought there might have been a warrant for his arrest, and he had been smoking marijuana, the report states. Hermitage police impounded the vehicle, and the driver and the passenger of the vehicle hit by the Taurus were taken to area hospital, and they were treated for their injuries. Wow.
This is a real Christmas story. A Southside woman has located 2 of 4 pit bull puppies stolen during a Thursday robbery.
So they stole puppies.
They stole puppies. How could you steal puppies?
Seriously?
Are you not reducing yourself to the lowest form of humanity?
They stole puppies.
2 of 4. Well, they stole 4, and she has now obtained the return of 3.
Okay.
Gina Morris told the Vindicator on Friday that she returned home from work Thursday night to find her door ajar, her house ransacked, and 4 puppies missing.
Wow. So they knew what they were going for.
Thief.
A puppy thief. Puppy kidnapping.
At the time, she said that she didn't care about the TVs that she lost in the burglary. She just wanted the dogs back. On Saturday, after a day of Facebook posting and media attention, a friend got in touch with Morris to tell her that she bought one of the puppies Friday on Facebook. She purchased it for $250 and realized it looked like one of the Morris's missing puppies. Morris noticed that the man posting a puppy to a Facebook buy, sell, and trade group on Friday. She contacted him and begged him to return the dog, she said, but he said no. I mean, like, really?
Hey, did he ignore or did he really say no?
No, he just didn't respond. Police found another of her puppies Sunday during a traffic stop. Really? Was he driving?
Puppies were driving.
Yeah, well, they can't because they don't have thumbs.
You just put your paws up and
you can't grab the wheel.
You just kind of like push. You use the pressure of it.
Oh, okay. And when the turn signal isn't working,
you don't need a thumb to make a turn signal work. You just rest down on it. You put your paw down on it, and a turn signal turns.
There's somebody out there listening to this for the first time, wondering what are these people?
Who are these people?
Do they have to get back to the home?
Yeah. Puppies can drive.
Police pulled over Nicholas Dowcaster, 22, of Valerie Drive for driving with a suspended license. They saw a pit bull puppy in a cage inside the car, according to the police report. An officer matched the puppy with pictures Morris had posted on social media. Now, come on.
Like, don't all puppies look the same?
I'm
like, if it's a black pit bull puppy, like, how?
Maybe this one had a mustache. Who knows?
Maybe. That does surprise me. I think those look like the puppies that were being posted. Like, if you posted 10 pictures of puppies, I wouldn't, and you put them in front of me, I wouldn't know who they were.
A puppy lineup.
Seriously, puppy lineup.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch the Puppy Bowl whenever they have that on when the Super Bowl's on?
You have to watch at least once.
Yeah, you got to see a little bit of it, yeah.
Dorcaster told police that he bought the puppy on Friday for $250 from a man in his 20s on South Avenue near East Avondale Avenue. The man also said he had another similar dog. Morris picked up the puppy from Animal Charity on Market Street. It felt really good. Morris said they were very happy to get reunited with their mama. Really? Okay. The burglars did not take Morris's other pit bull that gave birth to the puppies. Two of the 8-week-old, these are 8-week-old puppies. So that's not yet about the time they're emancipated.
Okay.
They're not really.
So it's a little early.
A little early.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've never had I've never done that.
That 8, 9, 10 weeks.
Okay.
Somewhere around there.
Okay.
Two of the 8-week-old puppies remain missing. Remy, a blue brindle, has a light blue and tan coat with a blue spot on the top of its head between its ears. Nova, a black brindle, is black and brown with a white stripe down her nose.
What's a brindle? Is that a kind of animal? Kind of puppy?
I believe.
I thought they were pit bulls.
Yeah, they are. I don't know what that refers to. I think it refers to. I thought it referred to the color.
Okay.
But you want to look that up?
I will. Right now we're streaming. My phone's being used.
Oh, well, there you are.
Yeah, there we are.
Doing that. Morris said that she's working with detectives to pursue charges against the man posting the dogs to Facebook.
Right.
And she's confident she'll soon.
He's a puppy napper.
The missing dogs are named Remy and Nova.
Remy and Nova.
So if you get a phone call from anyone identifying themselves as Remy and Nova.
Yeah. Or if you see Remy or Nova driving a car down South Avenue in Youngstown,
Street, anywhere, help them out.
Yeah.
She said she's very hopeful that she'll get the return.
She should get her dogs back. I mean, all joking aside.
We've been getting a lot of rips and all kinds of support from the Valley. Well,
good.
Come on, this is a terrible time for anybody to do such a terrible thing.
Stealing puppies, wow.
Come on. Stealing puppies?
Wow. And you know what? They ransacked the house. Like, do you think that's what they were going for? They knew that?
Well, I think this person knew that the puppies were there.
Right.
And, we're going to ransack the house to camouflage the fact that we really came here for the puppies.
Well,
that's
and
pretty obvious.
And they said so there's 4 of them, so the person hoped to get $1,000 out of this deal.
Apparently so. Yes.
Wow. For more, the City of Warren is looking to provide $200,000 in its 2018 budget to ensure the JAC Management Group continues to operate the Packard Music Hall for at least 1 more year. Packard Music Hall's management group picked up the 4th-year option to continue operating the hall until September, but told Council's Health and Welfare Committee that it will not exercise its final year option without the city providing more than $100,000 subsidy now written into the contract. In the 2017-2018 contract, the city subsidy is $150,000, but in the fifth year of the pact, the city subsidy is scheduled to be reduced to $100,000. The fiscal year begins each September. JAC President Eric Ryan told council since 2014 his company has to earn more than the city's average loss of $310,484 per year between 2007 and 2013 to break even. In the first year we operated, we had to earn nearly $15,000 more than the city's average loss had to been in the previous 7 years just to break even. In the contract's first year, the city provided JAC a subsidy of $300,000 to operate the music hall. Because the subsidy decreases by $50,000 each year of the contract, JAC's profits must increase by that amount in each year of the successive years of the agreement. Makes sense. The 2014 deal guaranteed JAC would operate the music hall for 3 years, with the company having the option to decide whether it would continue to operate in years 4 and in years 5. Okay. Ryan guaranteed the company will complete the 4th year, but said it couldn't operate the facility in the 5th year without having the $100,000 subsidy increased. The Warren City 2018 budget proposal, which has not been passed by council, would provide $200,000 for that subsidy. We have really enjoyed operating the Packard Music Hall, said Ryan. There's a tremendous amount of risk, though. Ryan emphasized if one or more shows fail, JAC has to absorb the losses. In the 7 years prior to JAC operating the Packard Music Hall, the city lost about $2.17 million for an average annual loss of $310,484. That's a lot of money to be losing, for a city of Warren. Councilwoman Helen Rucker, she's a Democrat at large, the chairs of the council's Health and Welfare Committee, said that there is no doubt the city is better because of JAC's operation of the Packard Music Hall. Rucker said council is concerned about the rate increases some local organizations have told her they've experienced since JAC's been operating the music hall. Ryan said the music hall had 147 events, Andy, in 2015. There was 159 of them in 2016 and 145 of them in 2017. There were 33 Packard Band concerts in 2015 and in 2016. There were 34 in 2017. And there were 12 community events in 2015, 19 in 2016, again in 19 in 2017. The number of graduations were 19 in 2015, 18 in 2016, and 20 in the year 2017. Safety Service Director Enzo Castellamesa said the city, working alongside the Packard Music Hall Board of Trustees, plans on putting out a request for qualifications of the next contract to operate the facility. Once the qualifications are established, the city will seek requests for proposals. We want to have an agreement prior to the 5th year, Castellamesa said. Councilman John Brown, he's a Democrat of the 3rd Ward and a member of the council's Health and Welfare Committee, voted against increasing the amount made available for the Packard Music Hall in the 2018 budget from $150,000, which is the current contract, to $200,000. Councilman Dan Safar, he's a Democrat at large, and Rucker did vote to support the increase. Even with this level of support, said Michael Keyes, the Community Development Director, the department likely would need additional subsidies before the end of the year. Council is scheduled to vote on the city's 2018 budget at an upcoming city council meeting.
See now, we just read a story about puppies being stolen.
Right, puppies. Yeah. What else you got?
Well, this necessarily is not necessarily what you would call a Christmas-themed.
You're like going for all these negative things, Andy.
Well,
you're like,
puppies.
He's a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
About puppies being stolen at Christmas time.
And what else now you got?
How about this? A man who pleaded guilty Monday in Mahoney County Common Police Court to biting a city police officer during a traffic stop will be sent to prison until at least October.
Wow.
So, this guy gets a prison time for biting
an officer.
Yeah.
Well, that's like, yeah, I'm sure, it's an officer. Like, I'm sure there's something to be said for it.
Well, he attempted to bite and run. So that's like
hit and run, bite and run.
Bite and run. William Sullivan, 27, was sentenced by Judge John Durkin after pleading guilty to charges of felonious assault. I guess biting is felonious assault.
It probably is.
And assault on a police officer. The plea occurred just before jurors were to be summoned to the courtroom to be selected for his trial. Prosecutors and defense attorney Walter Madison recommended a sentence of 2 years for Sullivan, and prosecutors said that they would not oppose judicial release after October the 1st of 2018. Sullivan was arrested on May 22nd after police tried to arrest him during a traffic stop when they found drugs in his car. Reports said that he bit an officer on the arm before he was taken under control. A human bite is not an easy thing to take care of. I mean, that's not.
And then there's issues now because of transferring of saliva and things like that.
It's like, the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, kind of like the zombie.
I mean, you get bit by a zombie, you've had it.
Yeah. They said, and are you still watching it?
Zombies do not floss.
No. Well, they don't even, like, their skin falls off, Andy.
Oh, yeah,
But are you following it at all?
You know, I have. I was a little disappointed in the gunfights that were ensuing between
like this war between
yeah, because they're firing at each other with all of these really high powered weapons, and they're firing from like 10 feet away, and
nothing seems to be getting their done.
Nice. Okay, fine. But then when they shoot the opposition, guess what then happens?
What?
They turn into zombies.
Oh, so you're killing them, and then you have to like kill them twice.
There you go.
Oh. But the zombies are indiscriminate, though. The problem is they don't.
They turn against themselves, and
right, and so this guy was fighting alongside you at one point, and he's a zombie. He doesn't care you or his ally. He's gonna bite you.
That's right. But if they both turn zombie-ish,
they don't bite each other. Zombies don't eat zombies.
No, that's true. They don't do that. And they're very discriminatory in that way.
Well, they have to be live. Remember when they put the gunk on them to pretend they were zombies?
Yes.
Yeah,
that's true. At the time, Sullivan was on probation for a similar incident he bit another cop.
Wow, this is his modus operandi.
When he ran from police after another traffic stop. He will be sentenced January the 8th on probation violations stemming from that case. Sullivan declined to speak before the sentence was imposed. The report said officers pulled over a car about 5:35 on May 22nd, driven by Sullivan in the 500 block of West Evergreen Avenue on the south side for an improper turn. Police could smell marijuana in the car and asked Sullivan to step out. When police searched the car, they found a bag of suspected marijuana and $596 in cash, and told Sullivan he was under arrest.
Wow. And he bit him.
That's when they thought they saw two pit bull puppies, but it wasn't.
Andrew.
Wasn't that just a kidding?
All right, you're listening to the Youngstown Radio Reading Service. This is WYSUSCA here in Youngstown, Ohio, where it's now time to turn our attention to quarters. Andy, I do see we have police blotter tonight, but we do have a couple bursts there right under the article you read about the biting cop on page A6. These are same bursts from St. Elizabeth Boardman Hospital. Logan and Brianna Curtis, they're of Wellsville. They celebrate a little girl on December 17th.
Sean and Ashley Bodner of Poland had a girl on December 17th.
Gabrielle and Brittany Robinson, they're of Youngstown. They celebrate a little boy on December 17th.
Rain Dunmeyer and Donnie Velazquez of Youngstown had a girl on December the 17th.
Over at St. Joseph Warren Hospital, William and Catherine Rabel of Austintown had a little girl on December 15th.
Kylie Wingard and Casey Carpenter of Warren had a boy on December 16th.
And we're 4 for 6, which is pretty good.
Not bad.
All these little babies being born right before Christmas, and then they're like, that's a bummer because, then I don't get 2 toys and stuff like that. It's still a Christmas miracle. We do have police calls, Andy. They are on page A8. It's a summary of recent criminal activity in Canfield and in Austintown. Looking at Canfield on December 15th, police on Shields Road pulled over and cited Juan Marin of South Jackson Street in Youngstown on a charge of driving with no operator's license.
December 16th, Kyle Buttram of South Raccoon Road in Austintown was arrested on South Canfield Niles Road after officers discovered Buttram, 24, was wanted on a warrant charging him with failing to appear in a Canfield Mayor's Court.
Threats. A Lake Point Drive resident reported having received threats from a woman via Facebook.
Tiffany Renforth, 38, of Scott Street in Canfield, was charged with driving under suspension after having been pulled over on East Main Street.
And then on December 17th, authorities took Joshua Donatelli, he's 25, and into custody on Callahan Road. Donatelli, he's of Applecrest Drive in Boardman, was charged with driving under suspension. And
from Austintown on December 13th, checks were reportedly taken from a home in the 100 block of South Roanoke Avenue, and then cash.
A Woodridge Drive resident found $7,900 worth of fraudulent credit card activity.
Whoa, a traffic stop on Mahoning Avenue resulted in the arrest of Russell Sullivan, 41, of South Raccoon Road in Austintown. He was wanted on a felony warrant.
Drugs. Authority picked up Jason Meckling, who listed addresses on North Heights Avenue in Youngstown and South Canal Street in Newton Falls, as he walked near Mahoning Avenue and State Route 46. Meckling was wanted on a Trumbull County Common Pleas Court warrant related to 2 drug charges, as well as warrant charging him with failure to appear in the Warren Municipal Court.
A Westchester Drive resident noticed fraudulent charges to his credit card.
And a heavy-set man, reportedly. A heavy-set man. Is that like fat shaming?
A heavy-set
That's what it says right there. A heavy-set man reportedly stole 2 blankets, 3 DVDs, and some food from the Walmart on Mahoning Avenue.
Okay, well, that's a heck of a description.
A heavy set man.
Go find that heavy set guy.
Yeah, he's got some food from Walmart and 3 DVDs and 2 blankets.
There you go. After pulling him over near Old Town Road, officers arrested Adam Andrews, 27, of Elm Road in Warren, after ascertaining that he was wanted on a Niles Municipal Court bench warrant related to a domestic violence charge.
Theft. Someone stole, someone in the 6000 block of Mahoning Avenue, they took money from inside a vehicle.
On December 16th, police conducted a welfare check near 4 Mile Run Road a welfare check charge. Jack White of Hendricks Road in Austintown was charged with disorderly conduct while intoxicated after allegedly having seen White, 33, stumbling in and out of the road while trying to walk. That'll probably get you arrested.
A welfare check is when someone calls because they're concerned about your welfare. Like, I had someone did that to me one time because I told someone I was going to show up somewhere and I thought it was the next day and I didn't show up, and the police called and they called a welfare check. Like, I didn't understand that at first, but that's what they called. Like, Boardman said it was Boardman. They said, this is a welfare check. We're just checking up on Scott Baird, and it was very nice. But I mean, that's what a welfare check is.
Some people who tried to cash a welfare check.
I got you, but that's
and that doesn't work.
No, it does not.
Because they have to bring the person.
Yeah, and in this case, they were stumbling. A criminal damaging a car in the 500 block of Purdue Avenue was found with a broken window.
A wallet was removed from a vehicle at a restaurant in the 1700 block of South Raccoon Road.
A traffic stop near Mahoning Avenue led to Nariza Moore's arrest. Moore, she's 22, of East Midlothian Boulevard in Youngstown, was wanted on a bench warrant accusing her of failing to appear in Youngstown Municipal Court.
Louis DeLodge, 31, of Mahoning Avenue in Austintown, was charged with drug abuse, cocaine, after police stopped his vehicle near Frederick Street, and when they alleged that DeLodge had a bag that contained 11 grams of suspected cocaine. Also, authorities cited Amber Rouse, 30, same address, on a wrongful entrustment charge after saying that Rouse knowingly allowed her to drive her car with a suspended driver's license.
Wow. Authorities were dispatched to St. Elizabeth Boardman Hospital, where they took Sean Hilbert, he's 26, into custody. Upon discovering Hilbert, he's of Canfield Road in Canfield, was wanted on a warrant charging with failure to appear in the Austintown area court.
December 17th, while conducting a security check at a South Meridian Road business, officers took Aaron Rose, 34, into custody after learning that the Ravenna man was wanted on a Portage County warrant regarding 2 drug-related charges.
Theft. Beer was stolen from a business in the 5400 block of 76 Drive. Andy, where were you on the 17th?
It wasn't my beer.
Yeah.
Not my brand. A Westchester Drive resident reportedly found unauthorized credit card activity on their credit card bill.
Yeah. And police received an information that a vehicle had struck someone in walking. They were in the 3300 block of Sandalwood Drive. So that's police activity for Canfield and Austintown. We're going to turn our attention now over to selected local stocks, which I'm guessing is in the sports section, which we're going to have to dig out here. Maybe not. Nope, it's not in the sports section today. What about this airline thing in Atlanta, Andy? That was a big deal, huh?
Somebody, see, that's why you have to watch when you're in an airport.
Yeah.
And you're walking along the concourse.
Yeah.
And you trip over the extension cord.
Yes.
Don't do that, because
then you shut down the nation's most popular or most busiest airport.
Everything 1,300 flights were canceled.
Yeah.
Put the plug back in.
But you know what happened? Chick-fil-A opened on a Sunday.
Did they really?
They said because there was a Chick-fil-A in the airport concourse, and because there were so many stranded people, they actually opened and served food. Yeah, on a Sunday.
Okay.
Which is very nice. I guess Chick-fil-A is headquartered in Atlanta.
Yeah, and they are. It's a very religious organization, and it is not open on Sundays.
No, but they obviously saw the need and went, which I think is a nice thing.
So I'm going through
it's
the Chick-fil-A.
8:10, Andy.
I'm going through the Chick-fil-A line for breakfast, and I'm really looking for something breakfasty.
Okay.
And they are very, it's a very cut and dry. 10:30, no breakfast.
Oh yeah.
So I said,
well, you sleep too late.
Well, no, the line was so long. I was there.
I was there at 9:30, and then nice.
So anyhow.
So So you got up there, and it was really like, was it 10:30?
I say to the.
What time was it? Really like 10:30?
It was like 10:32.
Was it really? I mean, it was really like it was very close.
Couldn't have been more than just a couple of minutes.
Okay.
And I said, can I have something, two
like chicken biscuit or something? Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Breakfast is over.
You will have lunch, or you will not. You will not.
You will have waffle fries. Yeah. I don't want waffle fries. I want a biscuit. Waffle fries.
I don't know what I ordered. I think I said, okay, fine. Let me have a cup of coffee. And I get up there. I give the lady $1 for the cup of coffee or something. And okay, she hands me the bag, and away I go. And I look in the bag, and there's 2 breakfast sandwiches in there for free.
No way!
Well, they had them made,
that was very nice.
It was very nice. Yes.
That was super nice.
That's very nice.
That's the spirit of Christmas.
That's right. I don't know that you're going to get that at another fast food.
I bet you would. Depends on people. Yeah. I don't. Yeah. All right, let's do select local stocks, Andy. These are select. It's on at 8:10. These are selected local stocks as of 4 p.m. to close Monday, not to be construed as an offer or recommendation to buy or sell any security. Alcoa Incorporated closed at $44.56. Andy, they're up $1.95.
Aqua America, $38.03. Down 11 cents.
Avalon Holdings closed at $2.12. Say what? They're level.
And this couldn't be in smaller print here. Chemical Bank, $55.47. They are up a dime.
Community Health Systems, $4.18. They're down 7 cents.
Cortland Bank Corp, $19.95. They are down a nickel.
Farmers National Bank, it's $15.25, up 20 cents.
And First Energy Corp, $31.50, down 33 cents.
Fifth Third closed at $30.47. They're up 44 cents.
First Niles Financial, $10.95. They are down 5 cents.
FNB Corp, $14.12, up 24 cents.
General Motors, $42.15, up $1.20.
General Electric closed at $17.76. They're down 6 cents.
Huntington Bank, $14.68. They are up a dime.
iHeartMedia closed at 57 cents. That's pretty, we've really seen that one go up and down. But 57, I think, is on the low end of the numbers we've seen.
It is on the low end, yeah. JP Morgan Chase. Well, that's because, they made that offer to me for 6 months for $30.
iHeartMedia?
And I turned it down, and that's what you
And that broke them.
57 cents.
Wow.
JP Morgan Chase, 107.02. They are up 88 cents.
Key Corp, $20.17. They're up 41 cents.
Macy's, $25.84. They are up $1.25.
Parker Hannifin closed at $198.13. They're up $3.87.
PNC Bank, $146.22. They are up $1.27.
Simon Property Group is $169.83. They're up $2.02.
Stone Ridge, $24.61. They are up 88 cents.
And finally, United Community Financial, parent of Home Savings and Loan, $9.50. They are up 4 cents. Hey, Twitter enforces some new rules, Andy. Do you tweet?
No.
Do you follow Twitter, though? Do you follow people on Twitter?
I do.
Okay.
I do not.
Okay. I don't really pay attention to Twitter either.
Do you have a Twitter account?
I do, but I never use it.
I hear that there are some people, not saying who lives at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue.
I think they mentioned that person.
Who uses Twitter all the time.
And I'm sure that has given Twitter some level of
boost.
But the problem Twitter has is they're having a hard way of incentivizing into getting cash out of the Twitter how it works.
Well, if you're a prominent figure, a sports figure or a politician or something, and you don't want the obstacle of the press, Twitter is your
it's a perfect avenue. You have and they'll verify you to show that you're the true, authentic person, behind that name.
Oh.
There are celebrities and sports people, and it'll say verified, and it's saying that has been verified, that is indeed the person. Because obviously, there's somebody that is, and I don't know what our president's Twitter handle is exactly, but someone will tweak it by a letter or put a -1 next to it, or do something, and then. And people looking real quick think, "Oh my gosh," and not giving it much thought. So
you're thinking, talking to the guy who's thinking of investing in or inventing Twitter back when I don't know when Twitter.
I would say like in the early 2000s at some point, yeah.
And well, this is going to be an idea where you have 128 characters, 140 characters to get your point across. And the question that I would have asked is why do you want to know the opinion of somebody, some nondescript normal human being sitting out there? The only people you want to hear from are celebrities.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I think,
but you need more people than just celebrities to make something like that.
Right.
Go.
You need the people, and it gives an average person the ability to, because you can direct message and you may get a response. You can direct message. The President Donald Trump or Kim Kardashian or LeBron James. And there's a chance, that's a way of going to them and they may see it and they may talk back to you. In the days you'd like, dear Mr. Lebron, I really like your basketball playing. Have a nice day, your friend Spot.
No.
And you mail it. And you don't know, and sometimes, you had people that looked at it and threw put a thing, put a picture in and said, thank you, But now, you can say, LeBron, last night you weren't on your game. And you'll be like, dude, I ate a burrito and I'm sorry, you might get a right boom response back, dude, you missed that layup, you stink. And he's like, and they may come back at you. It is the opportunity to really have that connection that you could never imagine. And certainly, anyone can also choose to ignore it too. You're like, say, I'm not going to talk to you, which a lot of them do.
Well, yeah, but it still is the now the press is trying to make Twitter the non-entity it is by minimizing it and diminishing it. Although Twitter is the ultimate anti-press.
Yeah,
you don't need the press.
You don't need the press. You have a platform, and you can get your state. And certainly in today's world, there is a platform for everybody. And we see it in social media. The people we know, they'll pontificate about things that and some people listen and engage.
Yep.
Usually, to me, it's like I don't care.
Do you follow anybody on Twitter?
I don't even go on Twitter very often. I have it. But I probably follow some celebrities and stuff, but I don't really care, and I don't go on it, and I don't really.
So,
but even like we're doing live right now, we're on social media, but I have friends that are on Facebook, social media, and they love to discuss politics. And to be honest, I scroll right past it.
Yeah,
I don't care. You're certainly entitled to your political opinion. I truly. There are people, and I guess we're putting them on blast a little bit because we're out there live right now. But I also know people that will just pontificate on on a certain place or a certain industry or a certain, location and be like, they have bad service or, whatever, and use that as this platform for or they charge me too much for my blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to use that as my platform.
Yeah,
if I talk to people, I'll tell them, but I don't.
Yeah, but don't you get reviews on
you can do too, but you can also. This is a way of very quickly, and then then you usually have your minions. Oh my gosh, I feel so bad. You had it's part of the game, but I don't do that. I just. If I have a beef with someone, I'm not putting it on social media. If I have a political opinion, I will not put it on social media. I like the Buckeyes. I usually put something positive about the Buckeyes, but I don't pontificate when they lose. I usually say, "Son, you win some, you lose some. Have a good night."
Well,
What about those Steelers and that loss at the last? Did you watch that?
I wasn't. I was at a Christmas party, but they lost it under unusual circumstances.
Very unusual.
Come on, really? Did that happen?
But, but they've also won games under unusual circumstances.
Well, you don't, yeah.
We've all, except for the Browns, we've all been on the receiving side of those good things and the bad side.
The Browns lose under unusual circumstances, usual circumstances, semi-unusual circumstances.
Really, any circumstances. The sun is shining circumstances.
Jeez.
It's a rainy day circumstance. Yeah, the Browns, they just lose.
They just, and that, oh my God. That game, the last game,
where they were up by 14 points and then gave it away in the fourth quarter.
Well, that was the Packers, and 2 years ago, I think it was 2 years ago that Tony Romo broke his collarbone and they brought him back to play. Brought him back I thought too soon.
Okay.
That's a big bone to break.
Okay.
And to heal in 6 or 7 weeks. It just does not happen.
Right.
And he broke it again. And,
Ouch.
And he's gone for football for good.
Okay.
And now he's a commentator. So Aaron Young, who was the Mill Creek Park director, and there's a story here in his pictures.
Okay.
Right here looking at me, that's why I said Aaron Rodgers from the Packers broke his collarbone 7 weeks ago, and they brought him back last week, and now he's gone again for the season.
Oh, wow. So
he's done.
Wow. So they've had this fate.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't.
You should learn from your mistakes.
Yeah, and you can't bring these guys back. Like I said, if I were an NFL owner, and no danger of that happening.
Yeah.
If I were an NFL
maybe your friend will say, you want to be GM.
Yeah. There you go.
There's no stress. There's no stress in that.
No, not at all. So, but
be fun, they say.
I would be irritated with the fact that I'm paying 7 figures to guys who are supposed to be playing 16 games a year, and they're only around to pay 7 or 8. Right.
But injury's an injury. Yeah.
Yeah, but they all get injured because of the game.
Right. It's a tough game.
Tough game.
Talking about Twitter, though, Andy, Twitter suspended the accounts of well-known white nationalists Monday, moving swiftly to enforce its new rules aimed at reducing what it deems to be abusive content. The account of far-right group Britain First, a small group that regularly posts inflammatory videos purporting to show Muslims engaged in acts of violence, was among the first to go dark. The individual accounts of two of its leaders, Jada Franson and Paul Golding, were also suspended. President Donald Trump caused a stir last month when he retweeted a post by Franson, drawing criticism from British Prime Minister Theresa May. Franson and Golding were arrested in Belfast last week for allegedly stirring up hatred. Twitter said it would not comment on individual accounts. The company has emphasized it takes into account many factors before making any enforcement decisions, including the context of the post, cultural and political considerations, and the severity of the violation. Twitter Actions Group praise from civil rights groups. Jonathan Greenblatt, he's the CEO of the Anti-Defamation League Civil, commended Twitter for taking these significant steps to tackle hate on their platform. The group Muslim Advocates, which publicly called for the removal of Britain First's account, applauded Twitter for updating its policies and taking steps to remove violent and hateful accounts from its platform. The guidelines announced a month ago, put into force this week, address hateful images or symbols, including those attached to user profiles. Monitors at the San Francisco company will weigh hateful imagery in the same way they do graphic violence and adult content. If a user wants to post symbols or images that might be considered hateful, the post might be marked sensitive media. Other posts would then be seeing a warning that would allow them to decide whether they truly want to view the post. Twitter is also prohibiting users from abusing or threatening others through their profiles or their usernames. The company also bans accounts affiliated with organizations that use or promote violence against civilians to further their causes. The account for Jared Taylor, who heads the New Century Foundation, was among those suspended, along with his organization's flagship online publication, The American Renaissance. Taylor said he immediately appealed the suspension, but swiftly received a reply from Twitter informing him that his account would not be restored, which he interpreted to mean that he had been permanently banned. He said Twitter determined his account to be affiliated with a violent extremist group, an allegation he denied. New Century Foundation has been recognized as a charity by the YRRS, a decision that has drawn criticism from civil rights advocates. Taylor said his group raises money for the benefit of the white race. The white nationalist Richard Spencer, whose account was not suspended, tweeted he lost more than 100 followers in the past 24 hours and noted he didn't see any systematic method to the hashtag Twitter purge. Twitter allowed David Duke to keep his "It's okay to be white" as its header, even though the same phrase was hidden by the sensitive material warning on his pinned tweet. While the new guidelines are now in play, the social media company continues to work out its internal monitoring tools and revamp its appeals process for banned and for suspended accounts. Users can now report profiles or users they consider to be in violation of the Twitter policy. Previously, users could only report individual posts that they seem to be offensive. Wow. Then, the question, and it's the same thing with anything, Andy, then what is offensive to you? Is that offensive to me? Is that offensive to this person? And I don't know all the answers to that.
Offensive is...
there's certainly things I think we could all agree that are offensive, but probably not everybody, but you and I could certainly agree are offensive. But there are certainly things that we may disagree that are offensive. Something may be offensive to you and not to me, and conversely.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, I don't think it's offensive to, go Steelers, they're the greatest yo-yo team. And you'd probably say, Scott, that's offensive, block.
No. Yeah. Or there was a time when I thought that there was, in fact, a rivalry between the Browns and the Steelers.
Yeah, there was.
And
And then my grandfather,
doesn't exist.
No, it does not.
Yeah.
And I tell, I tell Browns people that, like, oh yeah, it is. I'm like, Pittsburgh people don't care.
So have we gotten any new executives or politicians or show business people who have been accused of improper behavior since like 5 minutes ago?
What, Dustin Hoffman now's in the hot seat, though, right?
I think they're going to end up finding that if you're a movie star, male movie star, you
better duck and run.
If somebody decided to look in your past, it's not going to be pretty for you.
Yeah. And you know what, Andy? I'm a guy, you're a guy. If you went through my whole past, could you find someone that was disgruntled with maybe the way I had treated them on occasion? I am certain that you could find somebody that was less than thrilled with the way I treated them. Now, I'm not saying I did anything wrong.
Are you explaining or are you bragging?
Yeah. But no, I'm just saying.
Okay.
And conversely, can I say that there are people that I think did not treat me well? Whether they think they did or not is a different case. Are there people? Absolutely. And I'm sure you could think the same way. Does that merit some sort of, storm of whatever? I don't know.
Okay. So, I am, right now, unfortunately, we are in one phase of this particular social phenomenon. Yeah. And it's coming, from the oppressed side.
Yeah.
Because it has been ignored for so long.
Yeah, absolutely. And certainly...
Where are mine? Oh, here they are.
Yeah. So certainly, yes. I mean, it's certainly the platform right now that is saying, that the individuals, oh yeah, they said something. And again, I mean, every instance is different. I mean, are some taken out of context? Perhaps. Are some not? Absolutely. I mean, we can't blanket statement this by any means. Mm-hmm. But it is certainly the accuser's platform to accuse you of pretty much what they choose to. Whether fairly, unfairly, whether it's accurate or inaccurate.
There is still a lot to be said about this particular topic.
There is. So.
And as things begin to become a little less... right now it's very combative.
Right.
As it becomes less combative and more factual, there's going to be some pushing back.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
Now, some people are going to be seen as being wrongfully accused.
Absolutely.
I don't know, and I'm certainly not. This isn't a conversation about women not coming forward.
Absolutely.
They should.
Yeah, I mean, certainly. I mean, we just have to figure it out. Hey, the music is playing. That means Mr. Muter is telling us we are going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to do death notices and obituaries. We're going to talk a little sports. We're coming in towards the end of the football season. And basketball season is going to be ramping up before you know it. This is your favorite time of the year.
Yeah, this is. Division I basketball teams are just now concluding. They may even have like one game left against non-conference teams. And
so then it really ramps up.
So the Big Ten and the ACC and the Big East, they're all starting to play each other now in the next week or so.
And we'll do some lighter side. We're going to see what's going on years ago, maybe some horoscopes if we got the time. So we'll see you on the flip side. And we're going to say goodbye to our people that are watching us here on social media live here on this Tuesday, the penultimate Tuesday of 2017.
How about that?
All right, we'll see you on the flip side.